Hey everyone, it's Kong, and welcome to my 1,000 subscriber Summonfest celebration. Huge thanks to everyone out there for helping me get to this point, and as I've promised in previous videos, I wanted to kind of celebrate by letting loose and basically just gambling the day away and seeing what comes of it. I'm going to get started in the customary way by doing a couple of dragon sweeps just to flex the old RNG muscles, make sure things are working well, or to get any kinks out of the system if things aren't working well. Okay, we're going to get a demon lizard skin, not bad. I'll do a couple of shop gambles. I'm going to stick with weapons right now just because I'm getting a little low on ore, which I'm going to use to build up a lot of the stuff, the good stuff that I got over the last couple of weeks. So let's just see if I can get one of the really desirable weapons that I'm still missing. Oh my god, there it is. I have been trying to get a balance blade for so long. This is a good start, my friends. This is a good start. I'm liking the way this is looking. Okay, obviously I have a few of those. And I can merge that. I'm building 4 of these because I have a bunch for my healers, so that's a good merge. Okay, I'm Bounce Blade. I'm really pumped. I'm excited to see where this is going. So, just to briefly introduce the concept of what I'm doing here, I promised that once I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I would basically be forced to summon on each of the available banners until I get an SSR. So yes, that includes these common banners. Obviously not friendship vouchers, since you can't get SSRs from there. And using my 29 friendship vouchers on this would be boring for everyone. Basically, I'm going to talk about each banner as I summon on it. For a couple reasons. I think I'm going to start with the Heroes of Destiny banner featuring Langrisser, Yulia, and Jugler, just because it's not the most sure thing, I guess, but it's maybe, I guess, the least hype, kind of for that reason, because I have Langrisser and Yulia at 6-star already, so I basically have an 80% chance to get Jugler on this banner. If I get Langrisser or Yulia, I can trade them in for Jugler shards, and I can of course obviously pull Jugler shards directly. The thing that's still up in the air is, of course, that 20% chance to pull an off-banner character. So the ideal result is any of those 3 on-banner characters getting a Jugler in as few summons as possible, so I still have some resources left to sink into the other banners. So let's just hop in and see how it goes. Obviously the best possible result would be Langrisser, Yulia, and Jugler on this first pull. I know it's a lot to ask. I like to ask a lot of the game, so that either I'm going to be disappointed anyway, or the hype will be through the roof. So nothing on the first 10. So here is batch 2. Nothing on batch 2. Let's see what we've got in batch 3. So nothing there. I do still also need 1 Narm and I think 2 Sophias to get them to 6-star, and they're both characters that I use a lot, so possible residual rewards here as well. So this is batch 4. How fun is it going to be if the most anticlimactic banner out of these 4 ends up taking me to Pity? So nothing on batch 4, we're on to batch 5, and as I always make a point of noting, this is where the odds theoretically should pop an SSR for me. Anything more than this, and I'm going worse than the advertised rate. So there's my Narm, so she'll be 6-star now, but other than that nice little Narm, we're going on to batch 6, and my summon rate is decreasing. Just the kind of thing you want in a celebration, right? Your stats to go down. Now we're into the crystals, and on to batch 7. Really dipping into the crystals doesn't matter too much, since I have promised I'm getting an SSR off each of these banners. There is a limit to how much it's possible to spend to get there. Nothing on batch 7, and a now useless Narm. Let's go to batch 8. This is just exemplifying my summoning luck over the last 4 months. Or 4 weeks, sorry. 4 months would be a whole nother story. Nothing on batch 8. Except for another Narm. This is Narmfest. And lots of Hinds, too. So batch 9. We'll see if Jugler wants to be a good boy and not let me go all the way to Pity. Nope, he wants to take me to Pity. Okay, so on to the 10th batch. This will be my guaranteed Pity summon. 80% chance to be Jugler, 20% chance to be some rando. So let's just cross our fingers. Alright, here comes the SSR. Best case scenario, 3 Juglers. Worst case scenario, don't want to think about it. There's Jugler. Okay, so we're getting him directly. And I think there's still 2 more people on this banner. Let's see if we can have 2 more Juglers. No, we can't. 1 more? No. Alright, that's it. So we got our guaranteed Jugler. Not guaranteed. I mean, the unit was guaranteed. It could have been... Oh. Could have been Betty. But that is the first batch of this Summonfest done with the desired result. We got the hero we wanted, just not necessarily in the number of tickets that we wanted. So the next banner that I'm going to summon on is... I think I'm going to save these hilarious banners for last, just because they're the most up in the air what I can get from them. It's kind of going to be super random. So I'm going to move on to the really high stakes banner next. So as you can see, the reason this is a high stakes banner is because I really only have a 40% chance of getting the character that I want. I have a 40% chance of getting Ares, and I've already gotten Ares twice from this banner, and then of course I have a 20% chance of getting an off-banner character, and I have already gotten Sigma as an off-banner on this banner. So my priority here is obviously Maiya to unlock Ares bonds. I'm 220 summons into this banner already, so as per the arrangement, I'm going to summon until I get 1 SSR, really hoping that'll be Maiya, because that will totally finish me off for this banner. Okay, so we might as well just hop in and see how it goes. Obviously the crystal supplies are dwindling a little bit, and potentially, you know, if Maiya comes home right on this first summon, it'll kind of counterbalance that really bad Jugler luck. You know, Gacha has to balance the rate somehow, even if it's over a long period of time. So in our first 10, we're not getting anything. In batch 2, we are going to get an SSR, so let's keep our fingers crossed and see. Please be Maiya. Please, please, please be Maiya. It's Brenda. Okay. I mean, another off-banner character. So 50% of the characters that I've gotten in 240 summons on this banner are off-banner characters. I don't have Brenda, though, so I mean, at least it's something. It does mean, unless Maiya's hidden in the rest of this batch somewhere, that poor old Ares is going to have to go without his defensive bonds until Maiya's banner comes with Yulia later in September. Yep, so that's going to be it for this one. an off-banner Brenda in 20 pulls. So for this hero banner, just in kind of summary, the heroes that I'm still missing, I'm missing Lanford and the Knight of Mystery, and I am planning to summon on the Valentine's trade-in event. They're both on a banner there, so whichever one I pull, I mean ideally I pull one of them on banner, I can then shard them up while the banners are still available and trade for the other one. I'm missing Rachel and young Jessica, who are both guaranteed summons for me on Destiny banners this month. It wouldn't be a bad thing to pull either one of those, just because it would save me tickets on a banner that I was planning on summoning for. I'm also missing Virash, who's a guaranteed summon for me in July, and Gizaroff, who's a guaranteed summon for me in September. I was missing Brenda, who's a guaranteed summon for me in August, so now that I got her off banner on the Maiya banner, it means I don't have to summon for her then. And I'm also missing Emilia and Betty, but they're not guaranteed for me at any time yet. They both show up on the Ares Return banner. So I'm not sure if it would actually be a good thing for me to get one of them here or not, because it would make the other one guaranteed in October. So with that little breakdown, I think I'm leaning towards hoping to get Rachel or young Jessica, just because their banners are imminent, so I haven't had much time to save up for them yet. And I'm going to be hoping to try to get them anyway, so getting them now would just kind of get them out of the way early. So let's just hop in and see how this goes. Batch 1. Brenda did do a little bit of work to bring my rate back, closer to the normal rate, but not quite there yet. So I'm really hoping for something in under 50 here as well. It's not going to be on the first batch. Let's see if it's going to be on batch 2. This one makes me nervous just because I have no clue. Oh, we are going to get an SSR on the second batch. That's lucky. Now let's see what kind of luck it is. Someone good? Gerald and Layla. I am not salty about that because I really want to build them, but I really can't justify spending Gates of Fate on them, so this is just a bonus little bump. Let's see if the hero banner is going to be extra generous. Nope, that's it. So Gerald and Layla, kind of the meme pull that people, joke about being disappointed by. That brings my Gerald and Layla up to 4-star, so it's just a little bit of slowly but surely making them a bit more usable for me. I'm still not going to invest Gates of Fate into them, but I'm not salty about that summon. So finally, that means the last banner for me to pull an SSR from for this celebration is the Equipment Summon banner. I'm not missing any armor from my gallery. For headwear, I'm only missing the Flower Boon bonnet. Accessories and weapons are obviously the areas where there's big gaps. So for accessories, I'm missing Thor's necklace, Blood Pact, Jugler plushie, Elven ring, Divine boots, Dimensional jewel, and Apex boots. Probably my top picks for accessories would be the Jugler plushie and a Swordsmith medal, which I already do have, but I need a lot more of them. But I would be happy with something like Blood Pact or Apex boots that would just give me some extra utility too, like I could make some use of those right away. As far as weapons, I'm still missing Blue Star, Extreme Magic Bow, Demon Slayer, Uller's Bow, Gift of Eternal Life, which I could use a few of, Mistletoe, which I could use 0 of, Yggdrasil Branch, Gate of Truth, Red Moon, and yes, I know there's a free story one, I just haven't bothered to do that yet, Throne Guardian, and formerly Balanced Blade, but thanks to my warm-up gambles, that is not on the list anymore. I do have characters who could benefit from a lot of this gear, but I think Extreme Magic Bow, or maybe Ullers, and Gift of Eternal Life, like I said, and Demon Slayer are probably my top picks. So, there's a lot of things I'd like to see drop from this banner, so let's hop in and see if RNG is going to favor me on this one. And I'm not going to be counting batches because these don't really count towards pity or my stats. but I am still going to let the clock spin for endorphins. So nothing on this batch. I don't even know what comes up as. Okay, just a bunch of regular junk. Not really much to be excited about dropping unless it's an SSR. So just a bunch of junk on the second batch. I'm counting out of habit. Junk on the third batch. Actually, I wouldn't call speed boots junk. That's not too bad. And here we go with an SSR on the fourth batch of gear. Let's see what mysterious SSR equipment could come up in this little bundle. It's going to be a Spirit Griever, which I have. Look at all this exciting stuff. The resolution on these giant armor images is kind of leaves a lot to be desired. Okay, so my one SSR from the equipment pull is a kind of useless dagger that I already have, and I've already done the thing in the game that I had a use for it for, which was S-ranking Hugin and Munin. But that's okay. It was worth it for party purposes. Now, I guess the question is, do I go broke trying for Maiya? No, I don't do that. As I was saying before, I think it'll be ultimately more rewarding to know that I have Rachel and young Jessica on the horizon in their own Destiny banners this coming month, so I'll save these vouchers, or these crystals for them, and we can, you know, kind of spiritually think of them as coming as part of a sequel to this little Summonfest. So once again, I can't thank you all enough for your support over these past few months, and I thank you so much for the Jugler, and the Brenda, and the Gerald and Layla, and the Spirit Griever, and the Balance Blade that you got for me today. So I hope this was a little fun. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope it helped scratch the gacha itch for you, so it, you know, maybe helped you save up some of your own crystals and vouchers without having to do YOLO summons. Thanks for watching, and I hope you continue watching, and I hope we can all enjoy some Langrisser content together over the next several months. Happy Langrissing.